Hello guys, welcome to Solving Solutions, your number one channel where you get solutions to all your solving problems. It's 9th Avenue in class again today. How have you been? We are going to continue working on our DEM data, which we've extracted or downloaded rather, which we've downloaded some videos ago, right? So links to those videos are on the description section of this particular video. So when I was working with them for the first time, after downloading it, I was now asking myself, what do I want to do with it? I believe I'm not the only one, right? Good. So we want to do something with it now, and we want to show you what we are going to do with it as soon as possible. So thanks for coming to class. If you're coming to the channel for the first time, you can encourage us by subscribing, and if you are a returning viewer, thanks for always checking up on us. So one major reason, or should I say the primary reason of downloading your DEM is to get elevation data, which you can get so many other information from, right? Good. So let's say we've actually gotten, or we have the locational information of this particular area, which includes the latitude and the longitude. We, however, need the Z information. There are different methods we can use to get the Z information, but we've opted to use extracting the Z information from our digital elevation model. So on this video, we want to show you how you can extract the elevation, the Z values for each of these points, which you can see what's on the screen, right? Good. So we are going to use a particular plugin called the point sampling tool. So you can rightly come to plugins, go to manage and install plugins, right? On your search panel there, you just type point sampling tool. So if it has not been installed, you just click on the tool. The PST, that's a point sampling tool plugin, collects polygon attributes and raster values from multiple layers at specified sampling point. So this is what it does, and if you don't have it installed, you can just come around here to click on install, but we've actually installed it, so we don't need to install it again, right? So you close it. Now upon doing that, you just have to launch it here. So it's under the plugins toolbar, right? So you come to the plugins toolbar and then you click on it. I guess it's still under analysis, so you can still come to plugins and you go to analysis, you can still find it there, right? Good. So when you've clicked, or maybe when you've launched the point sampling tool, there are a few things you need to take note of, which is actually the layer containing the sampling point. The layer containing the sampling point is actually the DEM. Good. Before we proceed, there is something I also need to point out to you. When you want to use the point sampling tool, you must ensure that the input layer, or should we call it the layer from which we want to sample the point, and the DEM layer, that's the DEM layer, right? Good. So the two layers you want to use, let's just use that. The two layers you want to use for the point sampling tools must be active, and by being active, I mean you must not uncheck it. It must be checked, because if they are not active, you might not access it under your point sampling tool. So what do we mean? So let's just put this off and confirm that. Let's come to the point sampling tool. You will find out that you can't find the merged DEM, right? You can only see the DEM data. So whenever you want to use it, ensure that the different layers, or let's say the two layers which we are using on this video, are both active, right? Good. So since both of them are active, we can just come back to our point sampling tool, and you now see the layers with fields / bands to get values from. You now see it active. Then you also see the layer containing the sampling point. So this were the two headings we are missing the other time. So we have the DEM data as the layer containing the sampling point, and then we also have the layers with fields / bands to get values from. So at this point, you need to select all the three layers you have here, which includes your mesh data, and then the DEM data, which now contains like the source point that indicates the longitude and latitude of those specific points whose DEM you want to extract, right? So this is actually very, very important. Then you select the output point vector layer, right? So you just click on browse. Good. It actually won't take you to the folder you want to work on, so you just navigate to your folder of choice and then you get to that point. Let's see. Okay, instead of the geo package, let's just export it as should we export it as a shapefile? No, let's export it as a CSV. Now you can see that you have options to export the extracted elevation, because we are working on a folder called extracted elevation, or let's say, yeah, the layer containing the extracted elevation. You have three file types to save it as. So let's just use the CSV instead of the geo package or maybe the shapefile. So you can just test through. We've actually used the geo package before now, but want to test how the CSV goes. So you can also maybe check through how any of the three other ones work, except maybe the two others aside the one you are going to see now. So we are using CSV, and let's give it a name. Let's just call this okay, this should be S, right? But let's call it test, right? So we just save, and we have the output vector layer part, add layer to the map, right? So just click on OK. Good. Okay, the new layer has been added to the map. We just close this, and we can now see what the layer, which is what the test.csv. So we come to what attribute table. Now under the attribute table, you can now see the latitude, the longitude, the latitude, and the mesh them, right? Good. The longitude, the latitude, and the mesh. I wasn't supposed to touch the top. Let's just close that and then come back again to see how that goes. Good. Oh, it's still saved. Is it still saved? I guess so. It's still saved, right? Good. So we have what the longitude, the latitude, and what the mesh them. So now these values are actually the corresponding elevation values. Yeah, the elevation values for those points that you can see their longitude and their latitude that are attached to them. So with this, maybe as you can see, we have about 113 points. Yours might be more, yours might be less, but the idea is that this is one method. I believe this is not the only method. This is one method you can use to extract elevation data from your DEM, which maybe you can use for any other stuff you intend to use in it. So you now see what the longitude and latitude and the elevation. So you can rightly change this to elevation or whatever you want to use it for, right? So with this, it's actually what CSV. So we are going to open it on Excel, so you can see that it has been exported and you can use it outside what QGIS. Alright, so you can see that we've actually exported, or yeah, because it was saved as a CSV file, so it's actually an Excel compatible file. So we have the longitude, latitude, and the mesh them. So you can just change this your mesh them to elevation or whatever the case may be as you would want to depict it on your presentation, or maybe the output you want to use it for. So yeah, thanks for watching through. We believe that there are other methods which we can still emphasize, but this is the method we have actually used on today's video, which shows you how to extract your elevation information, or how to extract elevation information from your digital elevation model, and you've actually saved it as a CSV file, which is compatible with Excel, and you've accessed it on Excel, and you've actually seen the elevation values attached to the different points, which you can now use subsequently for whatever tasks you have. So thanks for coming to class. We hope we've provided solution to this particular survey, maybe GIS or remote sensing problem as the case may be. We are going to see you on the next video. Check the description section of this video to see more information about this video, and until we see you next time, ensure you keep staying safe and having a very good time. Bye.